Hello fellow hunters. Are you sick and tired of watching Titans and Warlocks having all the fun with their damage buffs like Empowering Rifts and Inertia Override? It sure must be nice sitting in a rift or sliding over some ammo and getting a one-shot body kill with a sniper rifle. Sounds like a grand old time. Well, do I have the build for you today? Rejoice fellow hunters, because now we too can join in on the fun thanks to a little mod called High Energy Fire. What's that? Aren't those silly Charged with Light mods just for the PvE kids? Well, turns out that High Energy Fire works in PvP too, and you can use it to set up some really interesting plays. In today's build, we have two varieties, one for those of you who like to aim for the head, and another one for you body shot bandits out there. By the way, I have to give credit to my Twitch viewers for the idea behind this build. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at twitch.tv/pattycakespc, and I would love to hear your ideas for a future build video. So let's start first with a setup for the aimers. That's going to feature everyone's favorite special ammo hand cannon, the Eriana's Vow. For those of you who haven't spent much time with this weapon in PvP yet, there's a special perk called First Glance that gets activated shortly after aiming down sights. First Glance increases your damage output enough to let you hit a headshot with Eriana's Vow for 164 damage. Pretty cool, and that's enough for an easy cleanup with your other weapon, but it's not quite enough for a kill most of the time. However, if we pair Eriana's with a High Energy Fire mod and become Charged with Light, that headshot turns into a 197, which is enough to kill all but the thickest guardians. In testing, we found that this killed enemies at 8 resilience or lower. So how do we become Charged with Light and get that High Energy Fire mod activated? Most of the Charged with Light activation mods require things like breaking enemy shields or using finishers, but that's not going to work for us in PvP. Luckily, there's one called Taking Charge, and all it requires is to pick up an orb of light in order to become Charged with Light. This means that if a teammate uses their super and creates an orb, all you have to do is walk over it, and now you have a beefy damage buff. Pretty cool, huh? You can also create an orb yourself if you manage to get a multi-kill with a fully masterworked weapon. In my testing, it seemed like sometimes this would happen on a double kill, and sometimes it required more than that. I'm still not sure exactly how this mechanic is supposed to work in PvP. The neat thing about this build is that all you need to do is pick up the orb, and then you have that damage buff until you either die or kill an enemy. So there's no need to worry about a timer expiring like the Titan slide or a kill clip, and you don't need to be stuck in place like you are when you're standing in an Empowering Rift. But wait, there's more. If you add the mod Stacks on Stacks to your build, you can now get Charged with Light twice for each orb you pick up. 2 for the price of 1, what a deal. This means that you can get 2 easy kills, and if you do it fast enough and have your Eriana's Vow fully masterworked, you have a chance to produce another orb from the double kill to keep that chain going and become Charged with Light again. If you're a real crackshot, you can pull off some insane sprees with this build. Have a buddy who would be interested in running this build with you? Then you can each slot a Powerful Friends mod. As soon as either one of you pick up an orb, you'll both become Charged with Light. Now that all sounds good, but what if you aren't exactly a top tier aimer? Well, luckily for you, running a 72 RPM sniper and going for a body shot can get the kill too. It deals 189 damage, so as long as the enemy is under 5 resilience, you should be set. What's really cool about this particular build is that if you have a sniper like Tatara Gaze with kill clip, you can get your first kill with a body shot using High Energy Fire as your damage buff, and then reload your weapon to proc kill clip and take out the rest of the team. And if 2 or 3 of those kills happen quickly enough, and you have your sniper fully masterworked, you have a chance to produce another orb and start the chain all over again. It's pretty crazy how powerful this setup could be. Let's go over both variants of the build, looking at how I set up each armor piece. Starting with the Eriana's Vow version, you can run any primary kinetic weapon that you like. I prefer using the Dire Promise here because you can get a headshot with Eriana's Vow using First Glance and then quick switch to your Dire Promise for about 40 damage with a body shot, and that will finish the kill. Then if you can 3-tap your next enemy and produce an orb, you're off to the races. Your heavy weapon can be anything you like. I tend to go with the legendary machine gun Hammerhead. For my helmet, I use a recovery mod and enhanced hand cannon targeting. For my gloves, I use a recovery mod, enhanced small arms loader or hand cannon loader, and a Taking Charge mod. For my chest, I'm using the Dragon Shadow exotic with a recovery mod and double unflinching hand cannon aim. Dragon Shadow here has a lot of benefits. The first is that we can get away with running an overall lower mobility stat since we get plus 50 mobility whenever the Wraith Metal mail buff is activated. This allows us to invest most of our stats into recovery and whatever other stats you're most interested in. Dodging with the Dragon Shadow also reloads all of our weapons, and most importantly grants us much faster aim down sight speed with the Eriana's Vow. This transforms a sometimes sluggish feeling hand cannon into one with incredibly fast handling. It also seems to activate the First Glance perk on the Eriana's Vow a little bit faster than normal. On top of that, it also opens up the opportunity for us to perform that insta swap where you get your damage in with Eriana's and then quick swap to your hand cannon for an easy cleanup. Dragon Shadow is one of my absolute favorite hunter exotics. In fact, I ranked it S tier in my recent hunter tier list video. I'll leave a link in the description if you haven't seen that one yet. For my boots, I'm running a recovery mod, hand cannon scavenger, and a high energy fire mod. And on my cloak, I'm running a recovery mod, better already to get my health back on orb pickup, and stacks on stacks, which gives us that double charge for every orb we pick up. You can use any subclass you prefer on this build. One of my favorites while testing was the bottom tree Arc Strider, because you can sprint to get your dodge back even faster, so that it's ready to use even before your Wraith Metal Mail buff expires from the Dragon Shadow. If you'd like to run the sniper rifle version of this build, you just need to make a few simple changes. For the sniper, I'm using the Tatara Gaze with Kill Clip and Quick Draw. On the helmet, I like to swap to an enhanced sniper rifle targeting mod. On the chest, I swap to an enhanced unflinching sniper rifle aim mod. And on the boots, I swapped to 2 sniper rifle scavenger mods and dropped the recovery mod. This build has a lot of potential if you can put all the pieces together, and I think it's definitely a very fun one to use. If you get any crazy sprees going with it, I would love to see them. Tag me on Twitter with your best clip. My handle over there is Pattycakes GG. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss my next one. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday nights over on Twitch. You can catch me live at twitch.tv/pattycakespc. Also, be sure to join our community Discord. There's a link to check it out in the description. That's all for now. Catch you guys next time.